hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the whole gym, I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch, jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out the way.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It's coming now. Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On third down, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This is McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
They're they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, ready? 380.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Third and long for Rivers. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
46. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
46. Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46. There we go. Going to 53. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Trent Murphy. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Gun. 26.
Here's Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
Gun. Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Bears will extend their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. It's the Bears off to the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Ready? 390.
Following the penalty, it's Camara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Again, this is Camara. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Camara trying to run for it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. He'll return it from the 6. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
We go 47. We go 46. 46.
First down, Prescott. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Got it. 26.
Prescott now. Complete to Bryant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
way. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Neville Hewitt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
26.
2nd down, Prescott. Flush to his right. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is Carlos Henderson. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The 1st down throw here for Rivers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. On play action, Rivers. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game. They feel even better about him leading their team.
Well, he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gun. Start there, over there. Start there. Here we go, 46. Switch and eight. 26.
Prescott. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing, Prescott, and he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 46.
To the air again, Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun. Switch and eight.
Prescott on first down. He'll hit Watkins on a crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Switch and eight. Gun. Here we go, 46.
And again, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
47. Here we go.
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Buying time to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start things out in the AFC South. Tennessee at home taking on Houston. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Alex Smith, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Redskins. Todd Gurley has a touchdown run. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Twisting away. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A first update now from Cincinnati. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Now, Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Under. Here we go. Wide.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, little 360. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go, 46. Done.
Here's Prescott. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, wide. 26.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Gun. Hey. Got three. Here we go. Wide. Here we go, 46. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
26.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go. All right, hey. Here we go. Count. 47. 26.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Here we go. Going to 54. Why ain't? Here we go. 47.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Prescott to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
We got 3. Here we go. All right, hey. Hey, kill. 47. Swing to the field. Right. To the right. 26.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Wide angle. Here we go, 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second down, Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down, and this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And you'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Wide 80. Hey, we're going right there. 26.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals Jones. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Over here. Right there. Hey, 47. Gun. Here we go, 46.
First down, Prescott. Being chased out left. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead. Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Hey, we're going right there. Hey, go.
They'll run on first down. Nelson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go, 48. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Under. 26.
Prescott now on second down. Time for a break. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a second down throw for Rivers. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down, Rivers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On play action, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. To the air again here, Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Second and goal from the 1. One last shot now for Rivers. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. 390. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.